Hi, I wanted to talk to you today about fundamental breathing. Sounds pretty simple, but can actually be a little bit difficult. It's pretty common for people to breathe very shallowly in the upper portion of their respiratory cavity, and that leads to decreased oxygen saturation and chronic tension and stress. It will actually kick your nervous system into fight or flight because it thinks it's suffocating to death. And as a result, people are experiencing lots of chronic stress issues from being in that prolonged state of fight or flight. And then it's a vicious cycle when you are shallowly breathing and your body thinks it's suffocating to death. It kicks into fight or flight, and it, as a result, will breathe more shallowly, and it just becomes this negative feedback loop. So, not ideal. And because of that, it's worth spending some of our time to actually intentionally breathe and try to establish some muscle memory so that it becomes our normal. So, this is what we refer to as the fundamental breathing exercise, and it is inherent in our fundamental posture. It's inherent in the 8 pieces of brocade that we're doing, the standing meditation, and basically any other Qigong exercise that you pick up. If you can get these fundamentals down with fundamental breathing, fundamental standing, then you can move on to try other Qigong exercises and have a pretty good result. So, fundamental breathing starts by breathing in through the nose and then breathing out through the mouth. It's important to breathe through the nose because the air will be warmed through our nasal cavities before it gets into our lungs, and that is important to keep us healthy and strong. So as we breathe in through our nose, we want to try to breathe into our belly. So a lot of times we use the image of we use the image of water filling a vase. So breathe in, and as you breathe in to that deepest part of your belly, your abdomen expands. What we're actually doing in this situation is using the diaphragm muscle to draw air into our lower abdomen, and then it slowly starts to fill up the respiratory cavity until it reaches the upper portion. And so then when we breathe out, we're actually going to use that diaphragm to push the air out through our mouth from the bottom upward. So please see the attached diagram so you can get a sense of what I'm talking about. Let's begin. Breathe in through your nose, into your belly, and then breathe out through your mouth. This is a type of exercise that we are trying to have a slow, deep, even, seamless breath. So slow means it's a natural rhythm. It's not forced inhalation and it's not forced exhalation. Uh, Even means the time of the inhalation is about the same time and length of the exhalation, although we don't have to be strict about it. You don't need to time it or anything. Seamless means the transition from your inhalation is almost imperceptible from your exhalation. So you're not huffing and puffing in this particular exercise. So let's just do 5 deep breaths naturally at your own pace and just get a sense of what this feels like. And with each breath, try to refine those fundamental principles of slow, deep, even, seamless, breathing in through the nose, into the belly, abdomen expands, breathing out through the mouth, abdomen contracts and pushes the air from out from the bottom upward. Okay, let's do 5 breaths. Here we go. And as we do this, we can close our eyes and kind of turn inward and just focus on the breathing. And then when you're done, you can open your eyes and just relax. So if you had trouble with that, that's okay. This takes practice. If you've been breathing incorrectly for a long time, you have constricted musculature and old habits that die hard. So you just have to keep practicing. With each session, you'll make gains. It'll become easier and easier. It'd be great if you could do this every single day at the same time every single day for consistency's sake, and then also do it as you can remember throughout the day. If you catch yourself breathing poorly, shallowly, panting, or having any other difficulty, just take a moment to do some breathing. I like to just count the breath, so you could just say, I'm going to do 5 deep breaths, and or I'll do 10, or you can actually have an intentional practice that you do throughout the day to remind yourself. The more you do it, the more it'll transition into your daily life. Remember, this fundamental breathing goes along with the fundamental standing and fundamental posture that we've discussed before. It's used in the 8 pieces of Brocade and standing meditation, and can be used in any other Qigong exercise as your basis for beginning practice. So thanks for joining us today. Please check out the other videos, and thank you.